evening. It's an incredible honor to welcome you to the 21st Annual Alumni Leadership Recognition and Awards Ceremony. I'm Jennifer Breland, Assistant Vice President for Alumni Affairs and Executive Director of the UAB National Alumni Society.
And I'm Ryan Robinett, current President of the UAB National Alumni Society Board of Directors. Thank you for joining us for this year's virtual awards ceremony. I encourage you to download the program for tonight's event that can be found beneath the chat box on the lower right-hand side of your computer screen.
This evening, we'll celebrate the accomplishments of 5 alumni members of our Blazer community. These individuals have shown an ongoing commitment to the university that makes their passion for UAB shine bright.
To our current and incoming members of the Board of Directors, the Young Alumni Council, administrators, past presidents of the NAS, and previous Alumni Award recipients, thank you for all being a part of tonight's awards. I would also like to express gratitude to Tom Brannon, Vice President of Advancement. The support and leadership you have shown the board throughout the challenging year brought on by COVID is greatly appreciated. Also, a special thank you to Jennifer and the staff of the Office of the Alumni Affairs and their continuous hard work. They have worked diligently to ensure alumni can continue to engage with the university while adapting throughout this past year.
Despite the challenges we've faced since March of 2020, the National Alumni Society has been able to accomplish many great things.
Since our inception, the NAS has had a mission to provide scholarships to students. These efforts give our scholarship recipients the chance to focus more on their studies and not the financial burden of attending college. Last year, we are proud to have partnered with our schools and colleges in raising over $4.7 million from alumni to provide meaningful scholarships.
Despite a global pandemic, alumni and supporters have allowed us to have successful virtual fundraising events. Through Uncork Education, our scholarship run, and other efforts, we've been able to raise more than $135,000 to fund scholarships.
Our programming over the past year has been exclusively virtual. However, we have been able to engage thousands of alumni from all over the world. While most of our events have been free, we have been able to raise more than $5,000 through optional donations during registration.
Now, we are excited to share a new way for Blazer pride and passion to be passed on from one generation to the next. When enrolled in our new Growing Up Green and Gold program, kids will receive a special surprise for milestones from birth until they turn 16.
Growing Up Green and Gold is presented by Legacy Credit Union and provides an engagement opportunity that will excite children and grandchildren of alumni about their future at UAB through many of life's important milestones. You can learn more about the Growing Up Green and Gold program by visiting alumni.uab.edu/legacy. Before we recognize this year's award winners, we would like to introduce UAB President Dr. Ray Watts.
In 2007, he was honored as our Distinguished Alumni Award recipient. Please welcome Dr. Ray Watts.
Well, good evening and welcome everyone. As UAB President and a proud alumnus, it's a pleasure to join you in recognizing this year's honorees for their outstanding leadership, service, and commitment. My gratitude goes out to all of our alumni for your continued support and involvement, and to NAS President Ryan Robinett and our Board of Directors, along with Executive Director Jennifer Breland and her great team for the outstanding work they're doing. The distinguished alumni we honor today are having an impact around our community and state, our nation, and truly around the world. They are respected leaders in their fields and playing key roles in helping our local and global community combat the worst pandemic of our lifetimes, including in our most underserved areas. Working on the front lines in a clinical setting and coordinating statewide in our ongoing response, advancing healthcare organization and policy and hospital administration, educating the future public health leaders, tirelessly volunteering at vaccination sites, and raising funds to assist our nurses here at home, as well as some 400 families in Nigeria. In these and other ways, our honorees are setting a great example for our students and other young people. inspiring and empowering them to excel and serve. You are among UAB's finest ambassadors, and we could not be more appreciative and proud of your accomplishments. Thank you for the vital work you're doing, and congratulations on these well-deserved awards.
Thank you, Dr. Watts. At this time, we would like to start introducing this year's award recipients. Our first award is the Outstanding Young Alumni Award. This honor is presented to alumni under 40. Honorees have achieved professional success and are committed to their communities.
The recipient of the 2021 Outstanding Young Alumni Award is Dr. Omobolawa Kukoyi. Dr. Kukoyi is an emergency medicine physician at Carle Foundation Hospital in Urbana, Illinois. She earned her Bachelor of Science in Biology from the College of Arts and Sciences in 2005 before receiving her Master's of Public Health degree in Epidemiology from the School of Public Health in 2009. Aside from her clinical responsibilities, Dr. Kukoyi is a clinical assistant professor at the Carle, Illinois College of Medicine. There, she coordinates the educational activities of medical students and residents. Her passion for medical innovation has led to 2 awards. The first is through the Carle Make-a-thon, and second is an Accelerative Women and Underrepresented Entrepreneurs Grant. Her passion for community service led to the creation of the M. Kukoyi Foundation, a nonprofit to foster youth empowerment through education. In 2016, she established a UAB National Alumni Society Scholar Award for international students. During the COVID pandemic last May, her foundation raised funds to assist nearly 400 families in Nigeria. Her work in the community includes serving as a mentor for Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Alabama, volunteering at Turning the Page Incorporated, a nonprofit dedicated to engaging families in the education of children in underserved communities, and creating the University of Chicago Emergency Medicine Residency Community Day, where middle school and high school students are introduced to emergency medicine. It is my honor to recognize Dr. Kukoyi with the 2021 Outstanding Young Alumni Award. This award goes to Dr. Kukoyi in recognition of her achievement in her profession, service to the community, and her commitment to UAB.
Hi, everybody. My name is Omobolawa Kukoyi, and I wanted to say thank you so much. It is such an honor to have been awarded the Outstanding Young Alumni Award of 2021. It means a lot to me because I actually consider Birmingham and UAB my second home. So a little bit about my background. I was born and raised in Lagos, and I came to the United States for college, and UAB was my first step in the US. And so when people ask me where I'm from, in my head, I'm like, well, I think I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, because that's my second home. And so UAB is pretty much where I grew up, where I became an adult. And UAB was what gave me the platform to where I am currently. So I got my bachelor's in biology, and I got my master's in the School of Public Health. And that just opened doors to my career. It helped me, meet people, present at conferences. It helped me explore my interests. And that's how I finally got into medicine. I am currently an emergency physician in Illinois, and it's really just been a blessing. I've been able to keep in touch with, some of my faculty members. It's usually nice to see, colleagues, on faculty at several conferences. I visit Birmingham often. It's always refreshing. I still have family, at UAB that are connected to UAB in various ways. And so this has been such a great honor, and I am very grateful. I am happy to continue to serve the UAB community. Like I mentioned, that's pretty much where I became an adult. And so it will always have a special place in my heart. And so it's kind of bittersweet that we couldn't meet in person this year. I look forward to hopefully the in-person celebration next year. Again, thank you to the committee. I am super honored. Okay, thanks.
Our next award is the Honorary Alumni Award. Through this recognition, we honor members of the UAB family who make exceptional contributions to the university and its programs.
It is an honor for us to recognize this year's recipient of the award, Dr. Peter Ginter. Dr. Ginter has been a part of the UAB community since joining the faculty of the business school in 1983. As an associate professor of management, currently he is the professor in the Department of Healthcare Organization and Policy in the School of Public Health. In his academic career, Dr. Ginter has authored 17 books and published more than 160 peer-reviewed papers and case studies. At UAB, he has been the principal investigator on over $12 million of grants and contracts. He is the recipient of the Dean's Award for Excellence in Research and the Dean's Award for Excellence in Teaching. In 2009, he received the Excellence in Teaching Award from the Healthcare Management Division of the Academy of Management. He was awarded the UAB President's Award for Excellence in Teaching in 1999 and the Faculty Award for Outstanding in Public Health Service in the School of Public Health in 2001. During his time at UAB, Dr. Ginter served as the Interim Dean, Associate Dean for the Academic Affairs, Chair of the Department of Healthcare Organization and Policy, and Interim Chair for the Department of Environmental Science in the School of Public Health. In 2000, Dr. Ginter and his sister, Susan Hurst, established the Robert Francis Ginter Scholarship for students in the Department of Health Care Organization and Policy in the Department of Public Health. That endowment now approaches $90,000. Dr. Ginter, it is with great pleasure that we award the 2021 Honorary Alumni Award to you on behalf of the National Alumni Society in recognition of your many contributions and services to UAB over the past 40 years.
Hello, everyone. As noted in the introduction, I originally came to UAB in the School of Business in 1983. And after focusing more and more on health management and policy, in 1997, I had an opportunity to move my primary appointment to the School of Public Health when I became chair of the Department of Healthcare Organization and Policy. Over the years, I have been privileged to hold several positions in the School of Public Health and have worked with some really great people here at UAB. I want to thank the National Alumni Society, Jennifer Breland, and those who supported my nomination for the NAS Honorary Alumni Award. It is indeed an honor. I looked at the past list of honorary alumni awardees, and I am truly humbled to be among such a group. I also especially want to thank W. Jack Duncan, professor and university scholar emeritus, and past honorary alumni awardee, who nominated me for this award. Over the years, we published a lot of papers together, 14 textbooks, and worked on many, many grants and contracts together. His nomination itself means a great deal to me. Thanks, Jack. From the day I first arrived on a college campus, I knew that living and working on a college campus was what I wanted to do and where I wanted to be. A place of energy, ideas, and optimism. And from that day forward, the only thing I ever really wanted to be was a college professor. Well, I have been truly fortunate. I spent most of my life on a college campus, over the past 38 years on the campus here at UAB. I have degrees from other universities, and I spent 6 years on the faculty of another university. But as most people are aware, the ball cap I routinely wear says UAB. Indeed, my family has become a UAB family. My wife Sandra retired from UAB. My daughter Karen works at UAB in the Department of Radiology. And my son Robert has his MBA from the Collette School of Business. UAB has given me and my family quite a lot: a home, a living, and a life. I'm proud to be at UAB, proud to wear my badge that identifies me as part of the institution, a renowned international community of scholars and practitioners whose goal is to make a difference by inspiring and empowering the creation of knowledge that changes the world. Even though my closest friends and colleagues, Dr. Andrew Rux, Dr. Mike Morrissey, and Dr. Jack Duncan, are now UAB Emeritus professors, I don't seem quite able to leave UAB, even for retirement. Though I know that day is coming, I still love being here. I truly love being a professor at UAB, and now, always, a UAB alum. Thank you.
Our next award is the Distinguished Alumni Award. This recognizes outstanding professional and community accomplishments as well as continued interest in UAB and the National Alumni Society.
The recipient of the 2021 Distinguished Alumni Award is Dr. Sarah Nafziger. Dr. Nafziger received her MD from the School of Medicine in 1999 and completed her postdoctoral fellowship, residency, and internship at UAB. In 2019, she received her MSHA from the School of Health Professions. As Vice President of Clinical Support Services at UAB Medicine, Dr. Nafziger has had a hand in all aspects of disaster response, from ongoing COVID-19 strategies and initiatives to patient flow, employee health, and leading UAB's massive rollout of the vaccine. While there's a large team at UAB Hospital, Dr. Nafziger is the face of their dedication and the spirit of UAB. She exemplifies calmness, integrity, and determination. Dr. Nafziger also serves as the Assistant State EMS Director for the Alabama Department of Public Health and has been deployed to major disaster sites with local agencies as well as the National Disaster Medical Team. She has served as medical officer for both the United States Army Reserve and the Alabama Air National Guard. Dr. Nafziger joined the UAB Department of Emergency Medicine in 2005. That year, she received the award for Outstanding Contribution in Emergency Medicine Research, and in 2018, she was awarded the Dean's Excellence Award for Service. On behalf of the UAB National Alumni Society, this award is presented to Dr. Nafziger in recognition of her commitment and dedication to UAB. Next year, the National Alumni Society will award a $4,000 student scholarship in her honor to a student studying in the UAB School of Medicine.
So I was asked to talk to you today about what UAB means to me. And while that is a really hard question for me to answer, I had to think about it for a while. But after I thought about it, I think I've come up with the answer. I remember the first time I visited UAB's campus. It's when I was a little girl and my grandfather was in the hospital. And I remember coming to visit him here and riding in the elevator, and I looked up and I saw some residents and medical students wearing their stiff starched white coats. And I remember looking at them and just being in awe of them and thinking how neat it is that they have a job where they can help other people and help people who are sick get well. And I thought, wow, I'd really love to do that one day. And I wasn't sure that it's something I would be able to do. So fast forward a few years, I was in undergraduate school and I was thinking about what I wanted to do with my life. And a UAB recruiter came to our college's campus and we had a conversation and I said, you know, I think I really would like to go to medical school, but I don't think I can do it. And by the end of the conversation, he said to me, no, you're wrong. I think you can do it. And he encouraged me to apply to medical school. So I did apply to medical school and I was accepted. And a few months later, I came to UAB's campus. I remember very vividly my first day here on campus and I was so nervous, but I immediately fell in love with UAB. I fell in love with Birmingham and I've stayed here and been here ever since. I went to medical school here, did all my post-medical school training here, and even came back a few years ago and completed a master's degree in healthcare administration. So throughout the years, the thing that I've learned about UAB that makes it so special, it's not the buildings, it's not the hospital, it's not all the things that surround us. It's one thing, it's the people. We have the most amazing people here at UAB, our faculty, our staff, our employees, our students, just the people who make up the UAB family are the thing that makes UAB so special and so unique. So when I think about what UAB means to me, really it means family. It's all the people here that make UAB so very special. And I am so grateful to be a part of that UAB family. Thank you.
Next, we have the Honorary Member Award. The recipient of this award is an individual whose contributions to UAB have benefited the entire university community. This is the National Alumni Society's highest honor.
The recipient of the 2021 Honorary Member Award is Michael D. Williams. In 1980, Michael obtained his Master's of Science in Hospital and Healthcare Administration from the School of Health Professions. Throughout his career, Michael has made conscious efforts to give back to communities in which he worked while taking a keen interest in mentoring students and colleagues in the healthcare industry. Michael's ability to emulate the dedication to mission, passion for continuous learning, care for patients, and love for students goes beyond what is necessary for a professional title or influence in the healthcare industry. Michael began his career in 1979 serving as an administrative resident at Baylor University Medical Center in Dallas. That was only the beginning. He followed that with titles like Senior Vice President, Chief Operating Officer, and President as he worked in healthcare systems in Texas and Tennessee. In 1997, he was founding CEO of Community Hospital Corporation, a 509(a)(3) organization that was established to benefit community-based healthcare providers to make sure community and rural hospitals could stay in business without having to be owned by a national organization. He retired in 2017 at a time CHC had served more than 120 organizations in 26 states. In 2014, the Texas Hospital Association selected Michael for its highest award, the Earl M. Collier Award for Distinguished Healthcare Service. He continues to be a strong supporter of the UAB School of Health Professions, Department of Health Services Administration, and the MSHA program. He has served on the SHP's Dean's Advisory Council, Executive in Residence, and an instructor for the MSHA capstone course. He has also supported the school financially, establishing the Williams Family Endowed Scholarship, co-chairing the School of Health Professions Building Fund, and spearheading the One MSHA campaign. It is my honor to present this award, the Honorary Member Award, to Michael Williams in grateful recognition of his exemplary leadership, generosity, and service to UAB and the UAB community.
I'd like to say thank you to the UAB National Alumni Society for honoring me this year with the Honorary Life Member Award. You know, it's a bit ironic that a boy from Lower Alabama, who's a first-generation college attendee, would join the ranks of those who've been honored in the many years before. My association with UAB began as I matriculated into the program in Hospital Health Administration back in 1980. Throughout these ensuing years, it's been the influence of many, many people who have shaped my career and really shaped who I am as a person. One of those first to impact my life was Dr. Howard Hauser. Dr. Hauser, Professor Emeritus in the Health Administration faculty at this point in time, and then the director of that program, was the individual who taught a class called Social Issues in Healthcare. And sitting under Dr. Hauser's leadership, I learned that working in the healthcare industry was actually an opportunity to serve others. And that mentality of serving others is what has motivated me throughout my career to want to give back. It was through the influence of Dr. Hauser and those things that he taught me about healthcare as a right that I founded Community Hospital Corporation, an organization whose mission is to serve individuals throughout the country in underserved areas. Through the years, I have had the opportunity to encounter many other individuals through the UAB community, but the one most recently that's affected my life is Dr. Christy Lamack. Dr. Lamack, the current chair of the Department of Health Services Administration, led the department to be recognized as the #1 program in hospital administration in the country last year. Her commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion inspire me daily to continue to do the important work that we have in this industry. Dr. Lamack appointed me executive in residence about 4 years ago, and it's the best job I've ever had. That means that I get to have 40 years of experience and leadership and impart that to young men and women who are going out into various areas of the country and perpetuate the values that I represent. What an honor. On behalf of Dr. Hauser, Dr. Lamack, many others that I have interacted with over the years, and those students that I continue to serve on a weekly basis, I accept this award and say thanks again to the UAB Alumni Society.
Our final award presentation today is for our Volunteer of the Year. This honor recognizes alumni who make a significant impact by volunteering their time and effort to UAB.
It is with great honor that we recognize Deborah Thedford-Zimmerman. Deborah earned her Bachelor of Science in Nursing from the School of Nursing in 1986. After a career in nursing that lasted more than 40 years, Deborah retired from UAB several years ago. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Deborah has volunteered tirelessly. Not only has she volunteered with UAB vaccination sites to administer vaccines, but she has also organized drives throughout Birmingham to encourage people to donate masks and provide food for nurses. Deborah also helped write a grant from the Alabama Department of Public Health encouraging vaccine confidence and improving vaccine administration in communities of color. Deborah has dedicated her life to helping serve others. She has organized citywide health fairs to educate and provide health checks for residents of Birmingham, while also working with Hands On Birmingham to help impact the lives of those less fortunate in the community. Deborah also organized hands-only CPR training for students in Birmingham elementary schools. She has been a member of the Alabama State Nurses Association, Birmingham Black Nurses Association, Delta Sigma Theta, and Southeast WOCN member. Currently, she serves on the National Black Nurses Membership Committee. It is an honor to present this year's Volunteer of the Year Award to Deborah Thedford-Zimmerman. You have made an incredible impact on UAB and the Birmingham community.
I was born at UAB Hospital many years ago when it was Hillman Hospital. I was admitted to UAB Hospital for burns to my lower back, to the burn unit at the age of 12, and I stayed there the entire summer. I have had 2 of my 3 babies at UAB Hospital, and I attended UAB School of Nursing and completed my Bachelor of Science degree in nursing in 1984. And I began employment at UAB Spain Rehabilitation Center in 1978 as a nursing assistant. I went on to receive my RN degree and worked there on and off for 20 plus years. So you see, UAB means a lot to me. I have a lot of history with UAB. I was afforded the opportunity to work in my profession and excel. I started my employment at UAB as a nursing assistant and retired as a master's prepared nurse and coordinator of the first and only bariatric center of excellence in the state of Alabama at that time. UAB has offered me multiple chances to grow, to travel, to attend conferences, to speak at national conferences, to learn from the best in their field, and to meet world-renowned leaders. Some have become long friends and colleagues. Throughout my life as a UAB Blazer, I have learned to help those less fortunate than me, to help those who are vulnerable, and to help those in need. I am receiving this award because I believe in helping others, because I do help others, whether it be taking blood pressures at a health fair, at a church or school, giving COVID-19 injections at Cathedral of the Cross with UAB, giving COVID-19 vaccines at the Daniel Payne Plaza with the Birmingham Black Nurses Association, or stuffing goodie bags at Be a Blessing Birmingham, or giving the goodie bags out. Participating in organized walks such as Sister Strut, Sickle Cell Walk, Heart Walk, or organizing a food drive to feed 700 families in a food desert during the COVID-19 pandemic. I feel that this is needed. What joy it brings to me to teach and see young people, young school-age children, learning hands-on CPR or Stop the Bleeding course. I plead to you, be a volunteer and help someone else. My preschool teacher instilled in me, give to the world the best that you have, and the best will come back to you. I have found this saying to be so very true and rewarding. I love UAB, and I have found it to be rewarding. If I had to choose my profession all over, if I had to choose my hospital or place of employment all over, I wouldn't change a thing. I still would choose UAB. Again, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Please join me in congratulating all our outstanding honorees for their dedication and contributions to UAB.
At this time, and with mixed emotions, I would like to introduce Tammy Thomas, incoming UAB National Alumni Society President. I am honored to have the opportunity to pass the gavel to Tammy as the new year begins this October 1st. Tammy, I know as you have been, you will continue to be a tremendous asset for the board serving as president. We welcome your leadership as you guide the society through the next year.
Ryan, thank you. You have led the NAS through a difficult year as our engagement efforts have changed dramatically due to COVID. I would like to commemorate Ryan's term as president with a crystal gavel. His leadership of the National Alumni Society may be ending, but I know you will continue to contribute to the NAS moving forward. We are honored to have you serve as president. Today, we have heard the accomplishments of individuals who make UAB an outstanding university and make me proud to be an alumna. These individuals embody the UAB spirit and are just a few reasons we can be proud of this remarkable institution. It is an incredible honor to have the opportunity to represent UAB's alumni over the next year. Again, congratulations to this year's Alumni Award recipients. Thank you for allowing us to celebrate your accomplishments.